So I'm back and the fuselage is set. I've put on the 2 rear fuselage formers as well. So we're ready to go to the next stage, which is placing on these 2 little pieces here. They just go either side of the keel. One goes in there like that, one goes in the other side, all locks together nicely. So I'm going to pop those into cement. Right, put that piece in there. That looks pretty good. So if you want to pat it down or just lick your finger is enough to stop the Yoo-hoo glue sticking to you. Okay, there we are. Set that aside again and have a look at the next P4 and S3. So immediately I know it's plastic part 4, sticker part 3. So look at that, orientate it, and let's just lick my fingers. Remember I said lick your fingers to hold on to the stickers, and that sticks on there. Like that. Yep. And the whole assembly goes on the back of the plane, and I'm guessing the rudder will stick on the back edge of this. Now I've got an exposed, the little tiny bit on the end is exposed, and that is sticky, and that's going to stay sticky while I work on the plane. So I'll just double check. Yeah, if I catch that, it's going to start losing its sticky. So what I'm going to do is to put a piece of backing paper back on that, and in that way I can peel it off when the time comes, and it will be as sticky as the minute I unpeeled it originally. These things are so small. Yep. So put that on the end like that. A little wipe. So that's going to stick just there. Okay, so that's that stuck on the back. Let that dry a bit. Light on. Okay, put those out of the way. Next step, and dry a little bit more. While that's drying, I'll get the next components cut out. 10, D11, bits here. Same with that, sand off any little knobs of the original sprue. Right, D10, D11. What else do we need? D3. No, it's not. It's for the rigging wise. Recognise that shape. Right, that sticks. This little part is going to be sandwiched between 10 and 11 to it. So that's stuck on there, and then this bit will go on the top, and that will sandwich those 2 little ears beautifully between the two formers. Like I said, it'll probably be no tail heavy, so I can afford to put a little bit more glue on here. I can always squeeze out what I don't use, of course. Try and line it up before you put it down. It doesn't look too bad. Dries quite rubbery actually, so these two slots in this former is for the cowl, the teeth of the cowl to go in and lock in a little small twisting, and if they've got glue in them, then they're going to inhibit that twisting. So it's a good idea to try and keep them as clear as you can. D8, D7, two D7s, D8 and D9. Two D7s, D8 and D9. Well, I don't need to refer to the main sheet because I can recognise the components here. It's always good when the sheet starts losing lots of bits. You know you're getting somewhere. It's a tight fit, but if I just squeeze the Depron down to a smaller thickness, it'll go in nicely and then expand to fit it. So there you are, and that little tip works really well. So you need to cut off the little, this just helps align the front panel, the front former rather. So you just snip that out of the bottom there, straight out like that. That page is complete. Now this piece goes in. Right, just for a bit of fun, I've put you up there, and I'm going to continue over here a bit. Okay, so as I was saying, the next piece goes glue in that side, the back piece that side, and pop that bit in there the right way up, always helps. That bit done, two bits on. Now the go in. Okay, if I can see it. Yep, that bit goes. So I've got that little structure taking shape. On the front of that structure goes my, what we would call a bit there. Somehow, maybe it'd be an idea to put it in that way up. Let's give it a go. These bits go in there in a minute. That bit goes on there. So there, show you guys. That takes us nearly to the end of page 12. Not quite, so it's coming on. Looking pretty good. Okay, so here's the plywood sheet. I've got W1. These are components that hold the engine in place. And then you got, that goes on the front of the aeroplane. This goes on the back of the, sorry, that goes in the cowling, back of the cowling. This goes in front of the aeroplane, W1. Then you got little brackets that hold the cowling on. It's all very clever. So while that's drying, I'll just pop W1 out of the, keeping it clean. Imagine trying to cut that out by hand. So that's that ready to glue on. On the inside of the fuselage, there's a couple of little plastic reinforcement pieces that will stop the rigging from pulling through. Tiny little pinholes there and there. I'm just going to put these two little bits of plastic reinforcement on the inside, lining the holes up. Which way up do they go? Okay. Pop a little bit of glue on there. Cut 2 lengths of rigging wire. Where's my rigging wire? There we are. So I've cut this out now, so let's get the tape. It's handy, wasn't it? We'll just set that to 50. run that down to there. Have a piece. Says attach rigging wire to each side of the fuselage skin as illustrated. Ensure the rigging is installed before Z1 is attached to the airframe. Z1 is the fuselage sides. I've got a special rigging tool that John sells. By the ones John sells, I'll show you for comparison. There's two here. John's is this one. The wire is very much finer than the rigging tool. This one here, it's not a rigging tool, it's a needle threader. So if you can get the original, it's far better. So I'll pop that one in there. But you've got to be so careful with them. Rigging wire, give it a pull, through it comes. So it's the two rigging wires pulled through. Also, what I'm going to do is put a blob of glue on the inside, just to hold it. So what I've done there then is just to make sure that although it's knotted, I just don't want it to pull through. So I've just glued it to the inside of the fuselage sides, just to be on the safe side. You develop a sort of a bit of a light touch when you're working on these planes. Okay, next step, let's just go back one page, is to glue on W1 onto the front face. Give that a little wipe around, it up, move it about. Equal amount of overhang both sides. I'm going to put it face down like that, and I'm going to just put a little bit of pressure on it just to make sure it's touching all around. Check it's lined up again. This beauty isn't coming off again, that's for sure. Make sure those slots are clear. No adhesive. Okay, so that's what we've got now. We've got the front former on, and the next job is to stick a little magnet in the back of the hull. Blob of glue, put the magnet in, wipe the glue off, and that magnet is then retained by a little sticker. Well, it doesn't retain it, it covers it up. I'm going to lick the back of it. I can slide it about then. It just goes over the top of the magnet. Just because I want it to look nice when I take the cowl off, I'm going to put S24 nice and level. There we are. Show you guys. S24 in place.